Hello everybody, we are from Group 3. It is about teaching pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar to young learners. Presented by Fanny Ayu Lestari and Vena Agustin. Let's check it out.
Well, in this occasion we will learn about the first is the scope of pronunciation. The second is techniques and activities, pronunciation goals, learning English vocabulary, and the last is learning English grammar. This is the first section about the scope of pronunciation. The first is about individual sounds. In individual sounds, there always be differences in pronunciation between the pupils' first language and English. It can be some consonant sounds which are not present in the first language but which occur in English. In the second language pronunciation, a vowel is more likely to cause problems. Teacher need to demonstrate the word like how open or closed the mouth is. Second is sound in connected speech. In sounds in connected speech, teacher will need to draw the children's attention to example of thinking so that they notice it when they say rhymes. Example: what food does Popeye always eat? The answer is spinach, but you can link the answer with it is green, make your body strong. Then children will focus and answer about the spinach one. The third is about stress and rhythm. Teacher can use song and rhymes to be the teaching materials to developing the pupils' awareness of how English sounds. The last is about intonation. Intonation are to help emphasize the most strongly stressed word in a sentence to show the grammatical function of what is being. Example: really? Amazing! The second section will talk about techniques and activities. Sometimes, in teaching and learning children, will boring and demotivating. Teachers should convert into more game-like activities to provide interest and avoid meaningless repetition. Many practice activities using this course level activities can teacher do with students. There are some traditional games for practicing pronunciation such as Trash Snap, Sound Bingo, Phonic Sound, and many more. Here we would like to show you about phonic sound in teaching pronunciation activities. Check it out.
A for apple, A for ant, B for bat, B for ball, B. C for cat and C for cup, C. D for dog, D for dots, D.
The next is about pronunciation goals. In pronunciation goals, children's pronunciation will only be as good as the teacher, as the model they heard, and their main model may only be the teacher. Then, Teachers need to know that pronunciation teaching is to ensure that students speak good enough to be understood by a native speaker. Teacher can use any course book that provide good materials such as CD, or teacher need to work harder to provide good models of spoken English.
Well, in this part, we will consider how children learn vocabulary, how much vocab young learners are expected to learn, what kinds of vocabulary that want the teacher teach, and give young learners strategies in learning vocabulary. The first step is how children learn the meaning of words. This step, children are still building up their first language and still in process of acquiring and organizing concepts. It will make children feel so complex in learning foreign language. So, in learning vocabulary, children have to know the meaning of the words. For example, the first, children classify the word. Second, children organize the words. And the third, children have to know how one word related to another word. The second step is knowing a word. In this section, children will learn how to pronounce the word and its meaning and its use. For example, we will check the video later. Let's check it out.
Here we would like
Sounds
to
of
show you
English.
about knowing a word in a video.
Vowel
Check
sounds.
this out.
Single vowel sounds. Ah, car. Ah, car. Ah, bus. Ah, bus. Oh, ball. Oh, ball. Oh, dog. Oh, dog.
Well, the next step is vocab size, selection, and learnability. In foreign language, usually children learn vocabulary at least around 500 words a year. But it depends on the learning condition. There are 7 factors that influence children learn vocabulary. First is demonstrability. Second, familiarity. Third, brevity. And fourth, regularity of form. The fifth, learning load. The sixth, opportunism. And then the last is center of interest. There are 5 stages in teaching and learning process. Stage 1 is understanding and learning of new words. Understanding and learning of new words consists of: first, teacher presented a word in a context which is familiar to the child. Second, visual support is also very important to help to convey meaning and to help pupils memorize new vocabulary. The third is grouping words together to help pupils associate new words with words they already know, attention, and recall. And the last is, the other way to teach vocabulary was using object, using drawing, using illustration pictures, photos, explaining, describing, and translating. Stage 2, attending form. In this stage, teacher need about the age and level of the students, such as: first, listening and repeating; second, listening for specific phonological information; third, looking at or observing the written form; fourth, noticing grammatical information; and the last is copying and organizing. Stage 3, vocabulary practicing, memorizing, and checking activities. Teacher can give activities such as classifying or sorting, giving instruction, and picture dictation.
Stage 4, consolidating, recycling, extending, organizing, recording, and personalizing vocabulary. In order to long-term memory for students, teachers need to practice them regularly, consolidate, and recycle words in different contexts. There are some techniques that teachers can propose. The first is vocabulary books, colleges, word networks or webs or trees, clients or step, degrees of temperature, and the last word stars. The last stage about developing strategies for vocabulary learning. It is useful to consider what knowledge contributes to contextual invariancy so teachers can support children's learning and help them become aware of and use the following clues such as the first is linguistic knowledge and the last is extra linguistic or word knowledge.
Well, it is about learning English grammar. First, why teachers should to teach grammar for children? There are 3 reasons. First, the fact is not all plural words always end by s. For example, plural of food is feet, not foods. So, children are aware of this category. Second, patterns. This category can be dealt by helping children look for patterns. For example, my favorite dessert is blue ice cream. And then the third reason is it is about how pupils choose the structure before they develop a deep understanding of relationship between meaning and its function. Next is the step in teaching grammar for children. The first is sequencing grammar learning activities. Sequencing grammar learning activities consists of noticing new language, structuring knowledge of language, and then proceduralizing. The second is discovery grammar activities. It is about teacher teach story and teach grammar to children with the story. The third is developing strategies for grammar learning. It is about identify grammar or pattern in the story that teacher have already taught. Thank you for listening and watching our video.
Hopefully it can be useful for you. See you!